Angie, this is Rebecca with your Assignment 1 Modernist Travel Poster Critique. So this was such a fantastic subject to choose to represent Germany, so thank you so much for something really interesting like this. I think that you did demonstrate some great use of the pen tool. I know that you were crunched on time, and I appreciate you just trying to get this done for me ahead of schedule. So there are some really cool aspects. I appreciate that you tried to separate this tower using a stroke here, and you continued that on this tower here and on this tower, but it didn't come through on this one over here. Also, I see that that green stroke is present here too, so I'm wondering why you chose the green for the stroke color as opposed to continuing this brick color throughout the rest of it. Just wondering, just out of curiosity. I think that your sky treatment is really neat. It's a really neat idea. Having these organic shapes kind of help break up all this geometry within this castle. So that was really smart. There's a few little goofy things that I don't know if you know about, but there's like a white triangle over here, and there's a white triangle up here in the corner, and there's a little white line down here in the bottom. So pay attention to those little things. There's so many little extra bits and pieces that can end up in Illustrator work, so always just watch out for those extra little guys. I also noticed that this grass doesn't continue all the way to the edge. There's a blue line that comes down to the side here, whereas like up here in your sky, this guy gets cut off. It doesn't go all the way to the edge like this one, and this one also gets a little trimmed here. It doesn't continue to bleed to the edge like these. So just try to stay consistent with all of those in your future pieces. You're welcome to even fix this one and try it again. So the other thing is that all of this text just becomes very heavy down here, and the placement of it doesn't seem completely intentional. It seems a little bit kind of willy-nilly. So there's a few things that we could do to help make this composition a little bit stronger. Right now, if you look at this piece, if you kind of squint your eyes, the main focal point is this bright yellowy orange castle. So let's play off of that color, and let's go ahead and make Visit Germany something bold like that color and place it down along the bottom to help balance. Or you can shift the entire composition, because we don't need necessarily all of this green space. I know that you had mentioned that you wanted to represent some greenery, and that's fine, but I think that right now the canvas it's not divided into thirds, which is the most visually appealing. It's kind of divided in like 2/5 grass, 3/5 sky and castle. So bumping it down so that just the third bottom is grass, and then you have 2/3 sky would be great. Or if you even no, I'd say that's the way to do it. Because if you try to make the castle in the top third, it's going to get a lot smaller, and then it kind of defeats the purpose of showcasing this awesome landmark. So what I'm saying is, let's shift this down, get rid of a little bit of the greenery, and make Visit Germany really large along the bottom. Just one line, Visit Germany, in this color of the castle. Or you could even experiment with the color of the sky, but I think that the castle is really, the color of the castle is really going to draw our eyes down there and help balance this out color composition wise. The other thing is, I know that you have the same thing here in German, and I think that's great. So that could go along the top in green or in black. You can just experiment with it, see what you like. But breaking the line, this line break here and this line break here, just doesn't really seem incredibly thoughtful, like you had a real intention of breaking it, because you have these 3 one-liners down here. So if you're going to do a line break of text, you've got to really start treating it like typographically interesting. So you'd have to make visit kind of, just like a little bit more decorative or something, so that your line break does feel intentional. Um, if you if it's not intentional, if you're just trying to fit stuff in and kind of fill in some empty space, then just don't do it. You know, make it one line, make it fit the most of the width of the canvas, because then that looks more intentional. Like you placed it there for a meaning, to kind of root the whole piece, and on and on. So I don't think you necessarily need to have all three of these. I think that just listing the gate is great. I mean, I'm sorry, listing the castle is great. And you can even have that like written kind of small under the castle, so that it, you know, you're saying this is the magical Fusen castle. It doesn't need to be as large as the rest of the font on the piece. So I know that's a lot to take in, but I am really looking forward to your next piece, and hopefully you'll get to spend as much time on it that you really want to. And I appreciate all your hard work on this, and keep going strong. You're doing great. Thank you.